Hey guys, it's Bub here. In this video, we're taking a look at Aero 10. Now, Aero 10, to my understanding, is a modification of Windows 10 that brings back the Aero effects of Windows 7. I actually found this modification in an archive.org collection of old modifications, so truthfully, that's all the context that I have. And with Windows 10 officially a few days ago turning 11 years old, I figured this was a good way to celebrate the 11-year anniversary of Windows 10. So let's go ahead and get into it. Again, I have no idea how old this actually is, so I guess we'll see based on what version of Windows this actually is. And as it turns out, the VM has to be the in legacy BIOS mode and not UEFI. That's why we weren't getting it to boot the last time. Very weird quirk that I just found out, had no idea of, but here we are. We do have a weird Generation Squared logo down here in the bottom left. Maybe that's the developer. If it is, I've never heard of them. And it looks like, at least for the setup, we're copyright 2016. So we are on a fairly early build of Windows 10. All right, let's go ahead and accept the terms and conditions, pick our disk, and there we go. We are now installing Windows 10. All right, and here we are in the setup, and wow, this is definitely an older version of Windows 10. Probably one of the first RTM or second releases back from 2015, 2016, because I have not seen that Use Express settings screen in quite some time. Although I do find it interesting that this must be connected to the cloud somehow because the name is updated to Entra ID. We will go ahead and do a local AD domain just so that we can bypass an Entra ID account. And we'll just name this Windows. Wow, this is bringing back memories back to when this was Windows 10, right? I mean, Windows 10 today looks kind of different from what we're looking at here today. So let's go ahead and let this go in, and then we'll be in once we're on the desktop of Aero 10. All right, and here we are on the desktop of Aero 10. All I've done is I went ahead and installed VMware Tools so we get a little bit better viewing experience, but let's dive into it. The first thing that's catching my eye right now is this wallpaper. It looks like the water almost like a beach, and that's probably what it is. Water over here, the sky on this side, the sun up there. But I don't think this was actually ever officially a Windows wallpaper, which isn't a bad thing. I just don't think this was ever actually included in Windows. If I am wrong, please feel free to let me know. On the desktop, we have the recycle bin, which is what we would expect for Windows 10. We'll dive a little bit deeper into the window borders like we just saw. Moving down to the taskbar, though, it looks very interesting with this transparent arrow effect. Over on the right side, we do have our Show Desktop button. We have the old Action Center. Wow, I'm getting kind of throwbacks here to my old Windows 10 device. I think I last had it on 1507, so the RTM build, and it looked exactly like this with the weird font. So this really is a throwback to some of the original builds of Windows 10. Here is the calendar. Doesn't really look too much different from what we have today in Windows 10. We then have our speakers, we have our network, and then our system tray where we have standard things, but also translucent TB, which is where we can change a few settings on our Windows 10 taskbar. Pretty interesting. They did have it set at blur, so I will put it back at blur. Moving over to the left side of the taskbar, we don't have any applications pinned like File Explorer or Microsoft Edge, but we do still have our Show Desktop button, which, there we go, that finally did work. Or should say Show Desktop button, that's the multi-desktop button there. Remember when that was new in Windows 10, it was such a big deal because Mac OS and Linux has had it for so long, and Microsoft just got it. We then have our search bar, although no Cortana for some reason. It looks like Cortana may have been stripped out of here. It's just the regular search. And then we have our start menu, which is not the Windows 10 start menu. It looks like classic start all back, or I can't remember what the name is, classic shell. It looks like that in a way. Let's take a look through this start menu here. Over on the right side, we do have what we would expect, almost like a Windows 7 start menu in a way. I mean, that's what it's trying to replicate here. And then by default, in this section, we have Snipping Tool, Paint, Notepad, and File Explorer. When I go into all programs, I have my search and settings apps. Only thing in startup is taskbar transparent, which is what we saw in the system tray. We have all of our typical Windows accessories. We have our Windows administrative tools, our ease of access, our PowerShell, and our system, including Windows Defender. This looks like a virus in itself, even though I know it's not. Virus and spyware definitions created 3,299 days ago. just for context so everyone knows what that is. That was Friday, July 21st, 2017. So actually, almost 9 years ago to the date. That's pretty incredible. Maybe that's when this build was released, this version of Aero 10. That's very interesting to think we're looking at a build that old. But with that being said, let's take a look in the File Explorer and look at these window borders. So we can see that we do have the translucent clear Aero style top bar. For me personally, this Aero effect is almost too blurry or too see-through in a way, because I feel like it's just distracting. I come up here and I can very clearly see the sun bleeding through this Aero glass. Other than that, I really do like it. I feel like it could benefit from being a little more or a little less transparent, I should say. Maybe a little more glassy and not this transparent, but it's distracting a little bit. But yeah, all of the applications on here, I mean, it's Windows 10, so the only transparent piece is the top. I mean, we don't have the Windows borders along the side like we do on Windows 7 or Windows 8. So it's just the top bar that is translucent. We were in File Explorer for a reason, because I wanted to take a look at the disk usage. So the ISO itself is 5.15 gigs, so not terrible, but not great. And then as for installed size, we are using 12.9 gigs on a 59.5 gig disk, meaning we have 46.6 gigs free. Looks like an average installation size for Windows 10. Let's go ahead and take a look at Task Manager, where we can see that we are using our average CPU utilization for Windows. As for memory, we're using 1.3 out of 8 gigs that I allocated this VM, so not bad, I mean, especially considering we're running Aero. And then we have 0% disk usage, so there's nothing crazy idling in the background just waiting for us to spike the disk usage. Let's go ahead and just take a look around Windows as we reminisce on this older build of Windows Aero 10. Look at the settings. This is what Windows settings used to look like if you didn't know from back in 2015, 16, 17. I can't believe that Microsoft thought this was okay. I mean, I also can't believe they thought settings in Windows 8 was okay, but I digress. Let's look at our update history. We have no update history, and no updates are available. But if I try to check for updates, I wonder what we're going to find, because this build of Windows has obviously been discontinued for quite some time. It did find updates. Oh, there we go. It found updates going back to actually this month, July of 2026, and also updates from May of 2018. So it does look like, yep, 1607 is the build. So this is 1 year after Windows 10 came out. So it's not the RTM build. It's RTM that was a little refined. And yep, here we go. Aero 10, 1607, copyright 2016. Its base is Windows 10 Enterprise 2016 LTSB. So that, I guess that would explain why we're still getting updates. I mean, it's the extended service version of Windows 10. So that makes sense. But that is the overview of Aero 10. And now the system seems to be locked up, so I can't actually open anything. But perfect timing to end the video. Definitely let me know what you think about Aero 10 down in the comments below. And if you have any other feedback or ISOs you want me to take a look at, please also leave them in the comments below, as I love doing viewer recommended videos. If you like this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new around here, as I do all kinds of different technology videos, including device restorations. With that being said, I'll see you all in the next one.